Welcome, everyone, to the Root Cellar at Home, Calliope's online series aimed at bringing great musicians into your home once a month. I'm Phil Smith, a member of the Calliope board. We're very pleased to present the amazing Eliza Gilkyson. Be sure to stay tuned for a Q&A at the end of the show. First, though, some housekeeping. In accordance with our mission, Calliope aims to support local and national artists as best we can. 75% of your tip tonight goes to the artist and the rest for associated fees. If you haven't already, you can go to paypal.me/CalliopeHouse to tip Eliza. The suggested amount is $20, but you may tip what you wish. We'll soon be announcing the next concert in this series. More information on all our events is available on our website. You can stay up to date at www.calliopehouse.org, and you can also sign up for our e-blast, where we're currently featuring some great videos from local artists. Now I'm pleased to introduce Eliza Gilkyson, who's been a favorite of Calliope audiences at the lecture hall and the Root Cellar, as a solo act and as part of the folk super trio Red Horse with John Gorka and Lucy Kaplansky. Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, and activist, Eliza has become one of the most respected musicians in folk, roots, and Americana music. Eliza entered the music world as a teenager, recording demos for her father, the legendary songwriter Terry Gilkyson, and since then she's released 20 recordings of her own. Her songs have been covered by Joan Baez, Bob Geldof, Tom Rush, Rosanne Cash, and have been used in films, PBS specials, and on primetime TV. Her most recent CD, issued last April, is entitled, appropriately for the year 2020. Eliza is an active member of the Austin music and political community, including the environmental organization Save Our Springs, and she's a co-founder of www.5604manor.org, an Austin-based resource center that promotes political activism and community involvement around issues of race, patriarchy, and global injustice. We're thrilled to have her with us again tonight. Please welcome Eliza Gilkyson.
Well, good evening, everyone. It's so great to be back in Pittsburgh. I have not been there in a while, so it's a pleasure to connect with you all again, and it's been quite a while, so I'm looking forward to playing you a bunch of new songs and some oldies, and let's just get rolling. Thank you for that great intro, Calliope people. I wake up in the morning, the dogs are barking, birds are singing, new day dawning, and I'm so worried about everything. Thank God I'm breathing, and I still got my wedding ring, but time is fleeting, and I'm so worried about everything. Oh, Eliza, you try so hard, you don't see nothing. Blue horizon, you're expecting rain. Lift your eyes and you just might find you see something good. Eliza, little Eliza, oh Eliza, little Eliza Jane. This world's still got half a chance, still got half a voice that's singing, still doing the doomsday dance. I'm so worried about everything. Swing around a one-way track like you're ringing around a rosy. Element left and you can't go back. Do-si-do, do-si-do-si. Eliza, you try so hard, you don't see nothing. Blue horizon and you're expecting rain. Lift your eyes and you just might find you see something good. Eliza, little Eliza, oh Eliza, little Eliza Jane. try so hard you don't see nothing. Blue horizon and you're expecting rain. Lift your eyes and you just might find you see something good. Eliza, little Eliza, oh Eliza, little Eliza Jane. I'm so worried about everything. Dogs are barking, birds are singing. I'm so worried about everything. Hey everybody. Well, I hope people are there. It's always a little odd, you know. It's not like playing at a Calliope show where I get to see your faces and the comfort of like-minded souls surrounding us. I can't wait until we get back to communal performance again. It's going to be a wonderful day for all of us. But meanwhile, it has been a few years and several records since I was last there. And so I'm going to play some of the new stuff. I have a new record out this year called 2020, which was really all of songs written for this election cycle. It was such an important year. I really wanted to go on record and do whatever I could to urge people to vote and to hang in there through this really difficult year. And the roller coaster ride of emotions we've all been going on from moment to moment, day to day, month to month. So this is the last song I wrote for the record. About a year ago, I guess, I was in a hotel room somewhere. I was out on the road with Richard Thompson, and this song, Australia Was on Fire. And I already handed in all the songs for the record, and then this one came out, so we snuck it on there. I've been crying in the dark of night. I can't find my way to sleep. Thoughts and prayers will never make things right. And I have promises to keep. I've been hoping there'll be some way through. And all our loved ones will be fine. When no one knows what it'll come down to. So I'm just looking for a sign. We're on fire. We're on fire. We're on fire now. We're on fire. We're on fire. We're on fire now. I've been calling on my angel choir to put some wings upon my feet. Fill me up with inspiration's fire. Get me out into the street. On fire, we're on fire, we're on fire now. We're on fire, on fire, we're on fire now. I've been following the brightest star, letting my conscience be my guide. 'Cause there's no roadman gonna tell us where we are. But the fire of love burns deep inside. And I I've been crying in the dark of night, with miles to go before I sleep. Well, thoughts and prayers will never make things right. I have promises to keep. I have promises to keep. So don't we have promises to keep right now? I think every day about what do I vow each day, and then especially right now. So, we have a whole future we have to make a promise to. So, and before I put out 2020, just a year and a half before that, I put out a record called Secularia. And Secularia, I don't know if my timing was great on that one, but it was what I called spiritual music for atheists. And it was just a collection of songs that were spiritual in nature, non-religious, really sort of questing the great mystery, asking the big questions, and not really coming up with any particular answers. But I don't think that we have to have the answers as much as we have to have the questions. So this song is from that record, and this is actually an older song of mine that I revamped for the Secularia record. It's called Through the Looking Glass. Through the looking glass, into another world where all is still. Majestic silence calls me, and I will walk on. Through the looking glass, reaching for a place my eyes can't see. Wondering in the nighttime where I'll be at dawn. Walking on and on through the green fields and the minefields to learn how love feels on this ocean, this mirror of my heart, the great devotion game. Beauty beckons like a pot of gold. Once upon a time I walked a road like this. Through the looking glass, crossing the dark waters of my loneliness, living for the glimpses of life's holiness. Through the looking glass, stars don't have to tell me where to go. I've lived enough to know I want the whole of love. Walking on and on through the green fields and the minefields to learn how love feels on this ocean, this mirror of my heart, the great devotion game. Beauty beckons like a pot of gold. Once upon a time I walked a road like this, walking on and on through the looking glass. Through the the looking glass. That's a song accompanied a sort of shamanic experience I had many years ago. Enough said. All right, I'm going to do. This is a song, an older song of mine, but I like doing it right now because there are a lot of people who are alone right now and who normally have very active social lives and are now hunkered down by themselves, and I know that must be very difficult. I know how grateful I am that I am not alone right now, but there's also a place that you get when you're by yourself that is really kind of luxurious, and so I hope that you people that are alone are enjoying the incredible process of being alone. And there's just kind of I think you have a lot of breakthroughs with yourself when you're alone, and you get more rooted in yourself in a way. And I think every woman I know agrees that it is wonderful to have that solo time. So this is for the people who are alone out there. It's called Alone, Not Lonely. Day at a time. Keep one eye open. I got a one-track mind. I'm a one-trick pony, living in a one-horse town. People say I should be lonely, but that ain't what's going down. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I live in a one-room palace top of a hill, on the edge of a wilderness. All my dreams could never fill, and I hang my head over, hear the rustling of the below me. A wild woman breathes. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. I got two hands to guide me through one very true heart inside me, gonna give me one more chance to be alone, not lonely. I'm alone, but I'm not lonely. So while I'm on this alone theme, I'm going to do another song from the Secularia record. This actually is a song that my dad put to music. It was a poem written by my grandmother, Phoebe Hunter Gilkyson, who was really a wonderful poet. And throughout her lifetime, while my dad was being a folk singer and writing songs all through the 50s and 60s, she would often send him song ideas. And this was one of the first poems, complete poems, that she sent him. And he actually didn't change a single word in it. And he put it to music. And my dad had a great feel for kind of dark melodies. And this one was one of his darker melodies. My grandmother wrote this in 1949, this poem, and my dad took the song, and it became, he had an Armed Forces radio show and in the 50s, early 50s, and he took this song and he would close out his live Armed Forces show once a week, and he would close out the show with this song because it was like his handle. It was the solitary singer, and that was his handle, his radio name. So this also goes out to people that are alone. I was saying earlier about how when you're alone, there's all these other things that open up inside of you, and including your relationship with nature. There's nothing like being alone in nature. And so my grandmother was really into birds. She went all over the world looking at birds, and she was a charcoal artist and in beautiful charcoal rendering. So this is called The Solitary Singer. Dark comes down like a bird in flight. Most good people have gone to rest, but us poor fools who wake at night, when we're lonely, we sing our best. Listen and hark, out in the dark, a mockingbird in the tall oak tree. He busts his throat on a high, sweet note. Nobody knows he's there but me. He sings his best when nobody's listening. Nobody's listening. Night comes down like a heron's wing. Honeysuckle is in the air. That's when I like to sit and sing. Nobody listens, but I don't care. Out in the swamp by a firefly lamp, an old frog fiddles his double bass. Over the hill, a whippoorwill sings her note from a secret place. She sings her best when nobody's listening. Nobody's listening. It's so odd not to have people go, yay, or, something, or ha ha ha, or hello, or so. But that's okay. I started out, no one was ever listening. When we all started out, we were all like, playing on the street and, playing coffee houses where everybody's talking. I remember I've developed quite a thick skin around it. I would just go, oh well, I'm singing my best when nobody's listening. I just go ahead and kind of think of it as a paid practice. But I know you're there, and I appreciate that you're there. So I'm going to do this song of my brother's. This is a wonderful song that I put on. It's on my Roses at the End of Time record, and written by my brother Tony Gilkyson. And it's a story of a ghost who is very disoriented. He's drifting in and out of this world and the world he used to live in, and he's surfacing here, and he's cranky. He's disoriented. He doesn't know. He can't figure out where he is because he can't figure out where his bones are buried because there's been so much development. And I just love the idea of that. And so the song is called "Death in Arkansas." How the wood would smell just as the last great tree was felled. Like many that came before, it was used for a table and a door. A pallet and a long hall rack where hung my great-grandfather's hat. A stable and a barn, a bed and a seat, a roof and a fence, and a floor that creaked. And a coffin leaning against the wall when there was a death in Arkansas. I like the wagons and the wheels of wind that knocked us down in the fields, and the girls with a southern drawl. Those that came before were the pictures on the wall. And the lone dogs howled and the crows would call when there was a death in Arkansas. We were laid to rest under the sun, and we breathed our last, and it was done, and the air redeemed us, and we would learn that a life was hallowed and we wouldn't burn. Hands folded gently to say goodbye. It was just this place underneath the sky. Can you see our bones hiding like a toad in the old red dirt that is now a road? Beneath a sign that blinks off on, and a shopping mall where the house is gone. Forgetting that a soul may call when there is a death in Arkansas. A new concrete helps the trucks roll down the street. There's a dollar store by the setting sun, and a sign on a church says his will is done. I can't see the birds or find the fields, and hold my bones beneath the wheels. And a mother worries that her son won't call, and a TV stares at a blinking wall. But the lone dogs howl and the crows still call when there is death in Arkansas. love that song. I've been doing it for a few years now, and I just think it's brilliant. Let's see what I'll do. There's something, one of the things that's happened with COVID.
Hi, little puppy. There's my little puppy. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come on. Come see everybody. Come on.
I don't think you can see her.
Come on. Come here. Come on.
She comes every once in a while. She comes in for like a little, affection.
Come here. What are you doing? Wait, get up here. Come on. Here you go. Come on.
All right. So one of the things that's happened with COVID, I think, for all of us is just an awareness of everything that is precious and life itself and the people around us. So suddenly all these materialistic things, they fall away, and you just realize how precious your life is, how precious your loved ones are. It's your priorities shift, and it's that's a positive thing. And so it's not a bad idea, especially as we get older, to really acknowledge that mortality is the backdrop to our lives. And I have found that it changes how I live, and it makes every moment precious with my loved ones. This is called No Tomorrow. Turn off the harsh glare of the flat screen blue light. Turn off the hardware. Get it out of my sight. And turn your face to me. And hold me tonight, like there's no tomorrow. No tomorrow. Forget the dishes. Leave 'em stacked in the sink. Tonight my great wish is that I won't have to think. Just let your sweet kisses drive me over the brink, like there's no tomorrow. No tomorrow. Tell me all you're feeling. Don't hold anything back. Find the holes in the ceiling. We can slip through the cracks, and I'll hold on to you till the world fades to black, like there's no tomorrow. No tomorrow. Well, this is an older song of mine that I wrote, and it was more of a kind of a climate crisis song, but it's so fitting right now for the end of the 45's regime, and hopefully, and I just can't. It's 48 days to go, and so this song is really kind of just. It seems to fit for right now, and God knows what they're going to do in the next 48 days. It's already starting to get even crazier. But this is called The Party's Over. The party's over. We had us a time. Everybody got loaded. Everybody looked fine. We emptied the coffers of water and wine. The party's over. We had a good time. We danced on the tables midnight till dawn, till the time was up and the good stuff gone. The house is a shambles, broken glass in the streets, guttering candles, blood on the sheets. We burned all the kindling, passed the bottle around, watched the last coals dwindling and the ice melting down. We danced on the tables midnight till dawn, till the time was up and the good stuff gone. The party's over. We had a blast. Brought in the lawyers to cover our ass. Left a note for the children to clean up the mess. The party's over. It was a big success. We danced on the tables midnight till dawn, till the time was up and the good stuff gone. The party's over. The party's over. I'm going to do another song from a Cellar record. This is the song that I built the record around in many ways. This was the song of gratitude, and I wanted to have one prayer on there, and it's a prayer, but you don't really. I never really mention who it is I'm grateful to, because I don't know. It's just good to be have the attitude of gratitude, and so. This one is called, I'm going to do this without the picks. This one is called Seculare. These, I'm having a big buy two, get one free sale at my Shopify store, and I'll talk more about that later, but this is one of the songs that's in my collection there at Shopify. Everything's there, just about everything that I've done over the years. And I feel like me, I still like having CDs. You know, I like having signed CDs with lyric booklets. And I still actually order CDs, online. So, I mean, I don't know why, but I just, the download thing is not the same for me. All right, so let's see. This is Seculare. Thank you for the sun. Thank you for the full moon. Thank you for my true love's face and our lives in love consumed. Thank you for the stars, a home along the river. Thank you for the ancient groves and the fishes, brown and silver. All things running wild, grass enough for grazing, water flowing clean and pure. All the beauty that saves me. Thank you for the dawn. Oceans rise and fall, and children born to carry on. In the end, that's always calling. Thank you for the songs. Thanks for all my good luck. All the things that don't go wrong, and the hopes that won't give up. Thank you for my tears, loved ones who forgave me. Thank you for my darkest years, all the sorrows that made me, and the beauty that saved me. You know, I never get tired of singing that song because every day I feel the same way. And sometimes that gratitude, I mean, especially now, that gratitude just deepens. You know, I look around and just to have a roof over my head right now. So many people that don't, you know, it's just, it's such it's an unfair situation. And I just hope we can do something to remedy it in these next 4 years. All right. So I'm going to do another song. What do you have for time? 45 minutes. I'm in at 45 minutes? All right. So I have time for 3 more songs. All right. Good. All right. Well, that's perfect. That worked out perfectly.
Hello, what are you doing? You are so silly. Just come here.
So speaking of things that aren't fair, I'm going to do this song. This is also from the 2020 record. And you know, as I said, I really kind of ran the gamut of emotions on this record, like just the the sense of fear, the anger, the grief, the losses, the incredible losses. But this is the angry song that's on there. This is very sing-alongable. If you feel like it, you'll see where the place is to sing. We've been under their thumb for a long, long time. They give us just enough water, just enough wine, just enough crumbs, dollar and a dime, just enough hope to keep us towing the line. But sooner or later, sooner or later, it's a natural fact. Gonna rise up, gonna take it all back. Well, they keep us separated by the shade of our skin. The dark ones relegated to the bottom of the bin. And woman was created to put out and to give in. The game is rigged and weighted so you're never gonna win. But sooner or later, sooner or later, sooner or later, it's a natural fact. Gonna rise up, gonna take it all back. Well, they gave us a God looking down from on high. They gave us a story about the by and by, and a moment of glory coming after you die. But you know damn well it's a lie. Sooner or later, sooner or later, sooner or later, it's a natural fact. Gonna rise up, gonna take it all back. They gave us a God looking down from on high. They gave us a story about the by and by, and a moment of glory coming after you die. But you know damn well it's a lie. They take the oil from the earth, but they're coal dust in the sky. They're poison in the waters. They don't care if people die. They take the food from the hungry, medication from the poor. They take the children from their mothers. We can't take it anymore, 'cause sooner or later, sooner or later, sooner or later, gonna rise up, gonna rise up, gonna rise. Sooner or later, sooner or later, sooner or later, it's a natural fact. Gonna rise up, gonna take it all back. Okay, perfect. All right, well, then I think I'm going to do... Here's another one from the 2020 record. This was really meant to be sung at marches, and 2020 came out, and right after 2020 came out, I had a tour planned. The first place I was going was the Pacific Northwest, and I had the flights booked and a whole long tour set up, and West Coast, East Coast. And then COVID, of course, hit, and we were all watching it, and we were going, should we go? Should we go? And it was Seattle, It's like, you really don't want to go there. And so we had to cancel. But so many of these songs were really meant to be sung in marches and sung at gatherings and sung at Calliope shows. And so I just imagine myself singing to you in that theater, and hopefully you're singing along with me. This song is called Peace in Our Hearts. We're gonna walk together arm in arm with peace in our hearts. We're gonna walk together arm in arm with peace in our hearts. We're gonna walk together arm in arm so our sisters and brothers won't come to any harm. We know we got peace in our hearts. We're gonna walk with every color and tribe with peace in our hearts. We're gonna walk with every color and tribe with peace in our hearts. We're gonna walk with every color and tribe, 'cause we're stronger together when we're on the same side. And we know we got peace in our hearts. We're gonna stand for the earth and her children too. Peace in our hearts. We're gonna stand for the earth and her children too, with peace in our hearts. We're gonna stand for the earth and her children too. It'll take everyone to make this dream come true. And we know we got peace in our hearts. We're gonna stare into the face of the hateful mind with peace in our hearts. We're gonna stare into the face of the hateful mind with peace in our hearts. We're gonna stare into the face of the hateful mind. All we gotta do is let our love light shine, and we know we got peace in our hearts. Yes, we know we got peace in our hearts. Did you sing? I hope you did. It feels good to sing. I tell you, it moves the energy and gets you oxygenated. And I've realized all these years, I've been singing for years and years and years. At least 2 hours a night, 3 or 4 nights a week, and it just oxygenates. It's my yoga. And now that I'm not singing, I realize I'm out of shape. So anyway, all y'all, I want to thank you so much for coming to this show and supporting Calliope, supporting me. It is definitely very strange right now trying to, keep everything going, keep our careers going. And so many artists are going through this right now. And so we really, really appreciate you guys coming to our live stream shows. It means the world to us. It makes us feel connected to you. And I think it gives us a sense of community. And that's certainly what the Pittsburgh Folk Music Society has been all about, and Calliope's been all about, has been about community. And over the years that I'm thinking about all the shows that I've done there in the big room and in the smaller in the coffee house, and how much fun we've had. We had that Woody Guthrie show, and I've been there with Red Horse and with Three Women in the Truth, and I've done my own shows there, and I'm so grateful to have that stop in Pittsburgh, and to have Calliope and the Calliope family as part of my family. So thank you all so much for that. And I'm going to do one more song, and then I hope you'll stick around and ask me some questions. Please do stick around for the question and answer period. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you have something for me to talk about, and and we'll see how that goes. So stay. I'm going to do this song, and then stick around. Let's talk. So this song is also from the 2020 record, and I should say that I'm having a big sale on at my Shopify store. Buy 2 get 1 free, and everything's discounted. And my songbook is there. And if you don't know about my songbook, because it's been so long since I've been there, but I have a songbook out now that has 65 of my songs in there with guitar chords, all the lyrics, stories, and photos and stuff. And it's one of those wire-bound. Oh, here it is. Thank you. Here's my songbook. Look at this. I made it so it was bound like this. What do they call that when they're bound? Spiral bound, yeah. So that you can sit it open because it's so frustrating, you know. So this is what it looks like. Songs, and the chords are off to the side that correlate with the song lines, and then there's little chord charts throughout, because I do some things in open tunings and odd tunings, and I explain my tunings and tell you how to play them, so you can do them kind of the way I do them, or not, because you can do it any way you want. But pictures, look at this picture of my dad in the 50s. He did Life magazine did a story on him, and we went to a recording studio, and we sat there, and there's cool pictures in there too. Songbook's on sale, and we have a very fast turnaround, so you guys can easily get them for Christmas, and I will sign them per your instructions and send them wherever you want me to send them. If you want me to send them out as Christmas presents, I can do that too. We can do that. Team Eliza is standing by. I think they're posting everything right now, even as we speak. So no, I'm not going to do it this way. Here's my last song, and then stick around. We'll do some questions and answers. This is like a love letter to the earth. Also sing-alongable. As I journey through my life in wonder, I'm struck by your beauty divine. With your blue seas and skies, a feast from my eyes, and your fragrance of sagebrush and pine. I have loved you since I can remember. Your water is my holy wine. I'll be faithful and true, for I pledge my life to this beautiful world of mine. Oh, beautiful world, dressed up in your colors so fine. I promise to share and handle with care this beautiful world of mine. How I love the unfolding of seasons, your mountains all covered with snow, and your flowers in spring. Like a bird I will sing to the sunset, and the hills all aglow. And in summer your gardens of plenty, and the fruit from your orchard and vine, and your bounty in fall. Oh, I love it all, this beautiful world of mine. Oh, beautiful world, dressed up in your colors so fine. I promise to share and handle with care this beautiful world of mine. Yes, I'm yours till the end, when love's rainbow will bend o'er this beautiful world of mine. Thank you all. Thank you so much. And now we'll do some questions and answers. I'm up for that. I'm going to get my phone because I think the way to do this is to just post in comments. Let's see.
There was an earlier question about whether Tony does any of your songs, the kind of question about your connection to him.
Tony does not do any of my songs, no. But I do lots of his songs. Let's see. Let me find you guys. My connection to Tony is that he is my brother, and I have been a fan of his music for since we were pretty little. I mean, he was sitting in his room playing guitar licks over and over again. And so as you can imagine, I am a fan. He lives in California now and has his own records, and I'm trying to go to the page here.
I can read them.
I don't know. Here, I can do this. I just was at the wrong place because I'm not thinking. It just what happened was I had the page up and then okay. There. All right. Are there questions? Just what happened was I had the page up and then
You're good. We can hear you.
there. Oh. Well, let me turn that down. There we go. Well, I don't see any questions here. Is anybody asking questions? Beautiful. Any projects you're working on, like Red Horse? I actually have a project that I'm working on right now that's it's been something I've had on the back burner for years. It's a collection of songs that I wrote all about the Southwest and the Wyoming and the West. And it's a bunch of songs that are it's like an alter ego that I think I created years ago. And I think I'm going to call it, Songs from the Wind River. But there is a whole collection of them, and it's completely not political. It's actually, I've just, things have gotten so political that I've just been writing, along those socio-political lines over the last 10 years. And this record is waiting for me. And I thought, well, maybe now is a good time for me to because I want to get this out in my collection of works, and so I think the Wind River songs are going to be the next thing that I work on, and that's something I can work on from here in New Mexico, where I'm living right now. Did I meet the Sherman Brothers? What a great question. I did not. I never did. My dad met them, of course, and as you know, my dad wrote for Walt Disney movies, and so he knew all those guys. But at a certain point, Disney himself asked my dad to come on board and be one of his staff, one of their staff songwriters, like the Sherman Brothers, because the Sherman Brothers were actually paid a salary, and I don't know if they what they did about their publishing, but when you worked for Disney for a salary, you didn't get to own the publishing, you didn't get to participate in the sales. And so they told my dad that if he was going to continue writing for them, he was going to have to become one of their staff writers and go on to a salary. And he was so savvy back then. He had his own publishing company, and very few artists in those days had their own publishing companies. And my dad had his own company, and he turned Disney down. He just said, "No, I'm going to do these under my own name, under my own publishing company." And so he had his own songwriter royalties. And believe you me, I'm really glad my dad did that, because Disney did not fire him. They kept him on, and he went on to write for several of their movies, including The Jungle Book, and he wrote The Bare Necessities. and because of that, instead of being not on the weekly salary, he was able to, own the songwriter royalties, and that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So, but we never he knew the Sherman Brothers because they were there when my dad would go over to the studios and work on the songs, but I never met them. Yeah. Will Three Women and the Truth be back in the future? Yes, we certainly will. We'll be back, and we're very good friends, and we love doing the show together. So we'll resurrect that when we get to the other side of COVID, which I am sure we will. How do you see musicians being on a platform since you're not touring? Is any IT person working on this? I have. What is IT?
In information technology.
Oh, you mean, well, I have my tour manager who does an amazing job of helping me publicize things. And then I have a record label who has a publicist. And so, they coordinate things with me. But I have to say, not touring is a big hole in our whole game plan. For someone at my level, well, actually, all artists, all musicians have to tour. It doesn't really matter what strata you're on. You really can't get much across if you're not out there on the road pushing your music and performing to live audiences. So it has really been a problem, So really, what we're doing, live stream we are so grateful. It's so interesting because we all hate Facebook, but we love Facebook. So I'm so grateful that we have it. I'm certainly not going to wean myself off Facebook till we get over COVID and I can get on the road again. So unless they come.
Somebody wants to know who's in Three Women in the Truth.
Oh, who's in Three Women in the Truth? That is Mary Gaucher and Gretchen Peters and myself. And we actually have a kind of a rotating cast. Jamie Harris sometimes fills in for, and the amazing Lynn Miles. When one of us can't do it, we have a third woman that we substitute. So Three Women in the Truth is rather fluid, but normally it is Gretchen Peters, Mary Gaucher, and me. And who are my favorite singer-songwriters? I just love Karine Polwart. I'm a big fan of her music. I listen to her, and whenever people ask me that, I completely draw a blank and I can't remember anything. I just did a DJ show, and I played Richard Thompson, and I played Bruce Coburn, and I played Jamie Harris, and I think Gretchen Peters is probably one of the most lyrical, autobiographical singer-songwriters out there, and I think she's writing her songs are like little novels, and the prose is incredibly profoundly professional. She's like one of the best I've heard. So those are some people I love. And you asked about peace in our hearts. You wanted to know if there's a video, and there is a video for Peace in Our Hearts. And if you Google or go to YouTube, actually, Peace in Our Hearts, Eliza Gilkyson with Sam Butler, you can see a version of it with this incredible gospel singer, Sam Butler. And we did it, one of those people, everybody does their parts, and then my son Cisco put it all together. And there's something so joyful about that video with Sam Butler. He's a gospel singer who sang for many years with Five Blind Boys of Alabama, and his two daughters sing on the video. And Sam, we trade verses. So you look up "Peace in Our Hearts," Eliza Gilkyson with Sam Butler, and you'll see this incredible video. I'm very proud of it. I think it just came out really sweet. My granddaughter Bea Rosa is on there, and Chris Williamson is on there, and who else? Betty Sue, and Akina Adderley, some wonderful singers. Anyway, go check it out. All right. How many songs did you write about COVID-19 or during this pandemic? I've written one song during COVID, and it's a very hopeful song, and I hope to record it. If you go to my a website, elizagilkyson.com, and you can get on my mailing list, or you can follow me on Facebook, or like me on Facebook, and you can find out where I'm playing, because I do all my shows. I always do different songs, and that song is called World Keeps on Singing. It was based on the COVID song that I wrote. Is called World Keeps on Singing, and it was really inspired by in the beginning of COVID, when there was so much goodwill, if you'll recall, back then. Everybody was really pulling together, and we were thanking our health care workers, and we were, even the police. Remember in Italy, the police that were going up and down the streets singing in the alleys, and that's what got me. World Keeps on Singing, and it's just the hopefulness at that time that just got degraded into a political issue, and people bought into it, and instead of caring for each other and being careful and thinking of others, it became such a selfish thing. But anyway, World Keeps on Singing is the idea of us continuing to sing through this, that as long as we keep singing and there's music, I feel a sense of hope, and I bet you feel the same way. All right, let's see. How much damage will COVID's effect, which has compelled live-streamed dependence due to the survivability of local folk clubs and festivals? It's going to be bad, but I think we will be so surprised at how things regenerate afterwards. We will have sustained terrible losses in our touring world, in the music world, the clubs, the venues, but I think we will be amazed at how quickly those systems get up and running again. Because I think people need community. We need each other. We want to be in each other's presence. We're going to find a way to do that. So I don't think we're just going to live in a virtual world for the rest of our lives because this happened. And we are going to get to the other side of this, and we're all going to want to be together again. We need each other. And I think this has been a huge lesson. It's been amazing how effective all this live streaming has been in terms of us feeling a sense of community, but it ain't nothing like being around each other. Man, I just can't wait until we're all together again. It's so meaningful. It's just, I think it's been a huge wake-up call for all of us to recognize the value we have of each other's company. All right. Yeah, I hope Kate Wolf Festival is back again. Do you write every day? Have a rhythm of writing? Because I have such discipline in my work. Well, I don't write every day. I write in cycles, in waves usually. But I really admire people who write every day. I do have a good work ethic, and I'm determined when I wrestle a song. I really stick with it. I'm a terrier. I don't let go. I just obsess. So and it's sort of like lifting the lid on into the rabbit hole of creativity. Once I open the lid and I go down into the world of creativity, then there's a lot of songs down there, and I write in kind of blocks, and then when that door closes, it's like, did I write? I can't even remember how it felt to write, But one thing I do think the best discipline you can do is be able to sit with yourself, and because I think we are so used to placating our sense of discomfort, and writing for me is all about sitting still long enough and not going to eat something or going to get online or going to, all the million and one things we do. I go get some chocolate. I'm going to go, sit out in the sun. I'm going to go. There's all these things I'm going to do. I'm going to read. And mostly it's going to read Twitter. But if you put all those things aside and sit with yourself, there's almost a sense of real discomfort that comes over you. And if you sit with your discomfort, you can have breakthroughs into creativity. And I talk about this. I actually teach songwriting here in New Mexico. We have we have online songwriting workshops now. So if you go to my website, you can find out about our online songwriting workshops. I do one with John Gorka and my friend Don Richmond. They're all online, and we have a lot of fun with these online classes. They're actually working out really well. And so, as I said before, what's one of the things I always say: sit with your discomfort, because there's a point where you actually start. You get so uncomfortable with yourself that finally you get to a place where you just have to create, and creativity really starts to flow if you can just go ahead and not do those little quick fixes that you do to placate yourself. That's my songwriting tip for the day. All right, let's see. My phone is frozen. So, do you see anything there, Robert?
One quick question: where in New Mexico are you?
I am in Taos, New Mexico, and that's where we do our songwriting workshops. When we're through COVID, we actually have this glorious hacienda here that I bought years ago, and I had it on Airbnb for years. So, but we've moved here for COVID, and it's a big, comfortable place that we have 20 students at a time. And John Gorka and Mary Gaucher, we take turns doing the classes here in the summer. And it's really fun. They're 4-day workshops, and we cover a lot of ground. And the Gorka and Gilkyson one, we're going to be doing another one, a virtual one in February. So we haven't set a date for it yet, but if you can join you can sign up at my website, elizagilkyson.com. You can sign up to get on my email list, and that's how we mostly advertise for the workshops. All right.
You've dodged the hard question.
What was the hard question?
From Team Eliza, that is Judy. There's only one of us. Should we unionize?
My Team Eliza has said there's only one of us. Should we unionize? Was that you that said?
No,
Judy did that. Oh, well, I would unionize with Team Eliza anytime. Especially since you probably already have your own health insurance. Let's see. All right. Any other questions, you all?
Are you going to end with a song?
I can.
I think that would be nice.
All right. I'll end with a song. Does that work for all you guys? Let's see. Does anybody out there have a song they like? Oh, how about a love song? Would that be a nice thing? I could do All Right Here or Roses. Which do you think? Winding down to the end of the line, and the falling of the curtain. I'll be yours and you'll be mine. Of that one truth I'm certain. I will give you roses fair, but every secret you did share. For all your words that flowed like wine. Roses at the end of time. Tonight I bless the hands of fate that brought you to my doorway. Weary, worn, and worth the wait, so willing to explore me. One rose for every vow you kept, one for every tear you wept. for all the moments you were kind. Roses at the end of time. A rose for every dream you dared, one for every wrong repaired, for all that bound your heart to mine. Roses at the end of time. Roses. I want to thank you all. Thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you to Calliope for having me, and we'll be back. We'll see you all in person someday. You can go to my Shopify store. That's a great way to say thank you and say Merry Christmas. Nothing quite says Christmas like an Eliza Gilkyson CD. And also, thank you so much. I'm so grateful for you. It would be very lonely without you, I gotta say. So thank you, Calliope. Bye, everybody.